All this as New Jersey reports the highest number of new cases in a single day. Take a look at how high that number is. 15,482, shattering yesterday's record of close to 10,000 new cases. The State Department of Health says that these numbers come at a time when testing is more available than it was in prior waves. Other key metrics are also rising. Another 141 people admitted to the hospital in the last 24 hours, more than 2,200 in total now. Less than a week ago, that figure was around 1,800. Meanwhile, News 12's Naomi Yane is in Jersey City tonight with a look at two factors playing a big role in all of this. Naomi?
Eric, listen, we saw another day of record high new COVID cases in our state. Doctors saying the more people go out and get tested before gathering for Christmas, the more cases we're likely to see. Added to all of that is the easily spread Omicron variant. These two things really causing some of these major spikes we're seeing over the past few days. Just yesterday, the state reported almost 10,000 new cases, and today we topped that number, reporting over 15,000 new COVID cases. And some contributing factors include testing trends just before a major holiday and a more transmissible variant of COVID-19 with the Omicron variant.
Omicron is a lot more infectious, so it spreads more quickly. It can be caught by people who've had a two vaccination dose, although two vaccination course, I should say. Important thing to note is it's still significantly decreased in people who've been vaccinated, and it's really decreased in people who've had the booster shot.
Right now, over 70% of New Jerseyans are fully vaccinated, and just ahead of the Christmas holiday, the state is seeing an increase in the number of people getting tested, some people waiting in line for hours. Doctors saying it's not necessarily a bad thing.
When you get tested more, you pick up more cases, and that's been a function we've known from the beginning of the pandemic. Robust testing is actually one of the things that helps us control the spread. So it's not a bad thing, it's just that it's geared up.
Over the past few days, we've heard from local leaders who've now tested positive for COVID-19, including Mayor Baraka of Newark and Mayor Fulop here in Jersey City. Cities across the state are now ramping up efforts to slow the spread of this new variant. Some towns even reinstating and mandating mask wearing indoors, which Dr. Barbaro says is still a plausible form of intervention, including the ones top health officials continually emphasize.
Vaccines, number one, really high up. Testing and ventilation, probably in the middle. Masks, a little less than the other ones, but still pretty effective.
And as we see higher numbers this year than we saw last year, health officials want to remind Americans that last year, testing was less widely available compared to this time last year. And the New Jersey Department of Health continues to encourage testing, especially ahead of the holidays. And earlier today, the Centers for Disease Control put out new guidance for healthcare workers who test positive for COVID-19 and have to quarantine. All this in anticipation for an increase in Omicron cases. Eric, I'll send it back inside to you.
All right, Naomi Yane in Jersey City for us tonight. Naomi, thank you.